Hey guys and gals, welcome to the start of another LEGO set build. Here we have the Horse Fashion Stables, I believe. This is set number 41722 and it contains close to 1,000 pieces. So, it's got 8 bags. I don't know how I'm going to break this up yet. I should have brought me a smart device or something with a clock. I'll have to do that after I get done with the bags. I don't know how I'm going to break this up, but it will be broken down into several pieces. Okay, let's see here. So we get 2 manuals, a bound, and a little paperback, and the set of stickers. This set here's got a lot, and let's see, this is July, I believe that's 2022. Let's take a look and see if that is the correct July. Should be. LEGO's been getting pretty good about that. Well, no, maybe not. It shows July 1st is on a Wednesday. No, indeed it is not. But it should have been June. Anyways, let's see here. Let me pre-screen. At least it's not one of those digital manuals. So I think what we're going to do is just do bags 1 and 2. We'll see how far we get. So that's pretty much what we're going to be building there. And let's get going. We're going to put this one away here. And looks like we have to put together minifigures or doll figures. I got to be careful because some people get angry if you say it wrong. Alright. So I believe that the Horse Fashion trailer is supposed to accompany the organic farm. That's what I'm gathering. So let's start pulling out all the figures and such. So obviously we got our horses and things like that. We'll worry about them later. And yes, for those who just saw, I got numbers on these. I had some of the stick-on numbers that I've had for like probably well over 20 years, and I found them when I was cleaning up in here, and I thought, okay, I guess we can use those. That's exactly what I did. And they're going to work good for the containers, so I'll just make a bunch and that kind of thing. So hoping everybody can see everything. I'm getting better at the whole setting up stuff. So I wonder how everybody's been doing. I've been doing well. Let's just say I'm still surviving everything. And just a matter of gathering up time to do that camping theme. I looked at it and I thought, well, the terrain won't be too bad. I just need to film something off the old model that I had a year ago and then get to it. And I got another offer from the LEGO group. Can't share it with you, but it's something cool. So you'll have to stay around for that. And yes, we will be doing a build just like this. So these builds are not only just, you know, to fill up the channel with content, but mainly also for you know, in case you're stuck on something. We do have some riding helmets, but these are attached with the wigs, so I'm going to set these over here. And of course, that's what this page here is about. Now, oh, here's a regular one. So this is probably obviously for Elijah. Okay, I can't stand to hear that thing ticking up against the wall. So brick separator, we got the saddles that we're going to have to saddle up. Now I know how to put those on. Here we got the Team Rocket outfit. Just need the purple shoes or the purple boots. Literally, LEGO could do that. I wish they would license and do a Pokemon theme. Sadly, another company's already got that. Yeah, these figures are, I feel like I'm going to break them. There was a comment from one of my viewers on my main channel, and he mentioned that, what is it? I can't remember if his name was Thomas. I can't remember. He's like, why doesn't Lego just ditch the Lego City and just go Lego Friends and do something with the figures? And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know, and I can't find the torso for this. Oh, I already got the torso, but I just can't find the head. Oh. And you get to the point, you know, we're just going to have to live with it. So there's our mini dolls. Oh, it's even got hearts too. We got to put the puppy dog. The puppy dog. Let's put all this stuff over here. Get it out of the way. You need a plate and a little bone. So yeah, the city sets are starting to lack. Friend sets for a while were, and they started getting them more like modulars, which is cool. I know some have said, "Oh, I don't like the modular look." Yeah, well, but they look cool. All right. Oh, I am full from lunch. I had Mexican food today. I think I had lunch about 12:15. And I am still full. And here it is 12:30 at night. I mean, I had a light snack, a light popcorn snack, but nothing major. So we're going to have to do that. Alright, so we got to do all the accessories before we can build the main model, so you have to rifle through all the little pieces before you could even get to the big stuff. Oh, she's got that braid. This is obviously the male horse. It's hard to say what it is with these things. This is going to be a pretty good build here for just basically for what's that thing, that word I use, inspiration. And then they get the carrots. So we're done with that. We can set the horses off to the side with their carrots. And is that another riding helmet? Yes, it is. Let me see how similar these are here. One's rubber, just plain old rubber, and this one's just plastic. So they're slightly different. Slightly different. Obviously the one with the visor is Elijah's, the other two are for the gals. And alright, so now we have to saddle the horses. So take this apart and put the saddles in there. And you have to really follow these pages here to put the saddles on. Okay. So it's basically book one is just basically messing around with it. Getting the saddles on. Let's see if we could do this again. So you just set that over like that. Okay. And then you have to loop this over her nose, or his nose. Just push that up. And then this one here, you're going to have to tuck behind the ears. And yeah, you'll have to muscle that on there a few times, and then there you go. He's all saddled up. Okay. So remember when I did that one set, I had a hard time getting the saddles, or the lasso. I really need to know my horse stuff, but What did somebody say there were rings or something? I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but you know. Let's try doing this again. Move that over the nose. Push this behind the ears. Heard something starting to crack. Hope the horse ain't disintegrating. Alright. So there it is. And the heads do go up and down. Okay. So now we got the ponies out of the way. Let's build small stuff. So, for those who just tune in, don't know what I'm doing here, I build sets and kind of evaluate them to see if they're something worth buying or there's something, you know, yay or nay on passing, you know, do these really deserve to be recognized and stuff. So, and of course I have to do these because they were provided by Lego and I have to do the review on them. I can always say no, so it's my choice. But friend sets are always fun. I even said that when I submitted my offer. It's like, these things are fun to explore because you don't know what you're getting in terms of parts. Oh, wait a minute. Or is there another one of these? Oh, there is. So I'm actually doing the second one. Okay, and this one's actually got the blue studs at the bottom. Shows that I believe is light blue. Well, maybe not. So I'm actually doing that one. So basically, it just looks like the first bag is just, I can't remember, my mind be slipping. That and the SUV. So far, is it a pleasant build? I don't know, I've just started. It's so far the build is going slow, you know, in terms of we're just warming up. We haven't got to anything big yet. It's all accessories. And I'm always a fan of building the big stuff first, and then the accessories are always last. The reason being is because, you know, a lot of people prefer to build the main model and then like, okay, I want to put my own signature in this stuff. Okay, so that's what you do. And then we got to build more little stuff. I think bag one is just essentially building things. Let me flip that where I can see it better. Make sure that everything is focused and unframed too. I'm getting my game together today. Well, tonight. It's like 12:30 at night, 12:45 at night. So far we haven't ran across stickers yet. Knock on wood. But we know they're coming. Boy, do we know they're coming. And that's what I do when I submit my reviews. I'm like, slow down on the stickers, you know. I can use my imagination. So basically you just mix this in. So this is actually the thing for the little dog, a dog bed. So put him right there. I think it's a him. You can't really tell. Alright. Now we start building the SUV. So this is actually now starting to speed up now. So I just got done filming one of those city mission sets, and I'm going to be honest, I'm just glad I got one more of those left. So I kind of alternate the builds. And like I'll do a city, a friends, city, friends. Like right now I'm doing friends, last one's city. Then Lego sending me another set to review, and I'm doing that one when it gets here, and I won't release it till the embargo, so do not ask. I've already had a few approach me from Twitter and other social media like, hey, can you tell me what's coming up? And I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. They won't know. I'm like, well, yeah, but I'll know. And of course, you never hear from them again. I had one guy follow me on Twitter, ask me a question about could I tell him what sets are coming up. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't do it. And then he unfollows me. Doesn't even respond back. Doesn't even say thank you or anything. He just unfollows. I'm like, that's exactly why. And I really only answer tweets from longtime followers. I have to put my Twitter link in the description too. I'm slowly building up the social media on this channel so you can easily find me. But the best way to contact me is through Discord. It's just easier that way. I'm on it on the weekends and sometimes on the weekdays. Depends on how busy I am with work. And that kind of thing. Okay, so it goes next to this. Okay, so it hangs over like that. And let's see here. I'm going to try to go through this swiftly because, like I said, I want to work on my own stuff. And right now, a lot of this stuff, like I may use this vehicle in the backcountry mock. I already got vehicles, but kind of show that you could use these in your own custom stuff. But that wouldn't be fair for others who can't get the set right. Well, no, this has actually been released, so I could do that, huh? And I believe that this can tow. This can tow. This has a towing package, so we should be able to do just that. Cool yellow. Okay. Alrighty. Hold on, did I mess up? Okay, it's kind of confusing there because the last page was that. So I thought, man, did I miss a part? No, wouldn't we just put these in here before we put that plate in there? I don't know. I just don't know why they did that. A lot of stuff going on. At least it's not one of those mission sets. Alright. Oh, well, I have to be a bit more careful there. Ooh, I gotta stack two 2x4 plates on top of one another. I don't like doing this. I don't ever recommend it because sometimes you are going to have a, it's like splitting apart an atom at that point. You're not going to be able to get to it. Okay, well, we're almost halfway through the book, the building guide. Yep, so summer vacation for the kiddies have started. And we just hit our first sticker on step 21. Which is, I think, the instrument cluster. So, trying to rustle up a few people to do the Adventures, and I lost the manual already. And I'm like, I can get permission from some of this stuff if anybody's willing to, you know, hang out and do this stuff. And no, sadly, and it's like, okay, I get it, you know. I know some of my fans are like, I'd go hang out with you. I'm like, cool, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe we'll have to do a meet greet exploration. Maybe find a Lego store and explore it or something, and I got that on there a little crooked. And a couple of these. Oh, that doesn't go that way. Well, that fell in there. Yeah, I sound a little tired. I only had like 4 hours of sleep. Finished up a bunch of work, and now I'm just kind of like chilling out for a bit. And that's the name of the game this summer, is work and chill. Yeah, but I saw the next thing I have to do. I think you guys and gals are going to love the brick exploration and the live build of it. You know, somebody had asked me, why don't I do these live, like real live? I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Oh, this is a new way. You can stick this in the steering wheel like that, and then you swing this in here. Never thought about using those. Well, so that's what they did. Not too bad. It's like you got a little horn in the middle too. Yeah, I pulled the horn back, the horn switch out of my car again, so I can seal it up so no moisture got in there, you know, gets in there and causes havoc, because I don't want to have to fix it twice. So that's what I've been doing. Restoration. I need to go get some turn signals. I'm just debating if I should do an LED conversion on everything. I don't know yet. The way everything's going, I don't know. Just have to find the time. Oh, okay, so this is a 4-seater. I wonder too, can these figures sit side by side in the car? I'm curious. I don't think they can, but their torsos are obviously smaller, so I'm gathering that they probably could. So, indeed, I mean, they're going to have to hold hands, but it is possible. So these mini dolls actually do more than the regular minifigures do. And no, I'm not suggesting Lego get rid of the mini dolls or the minifigures, but there we go. That's supposed to stay over there, and that plate goes there. And this is the stuff we had left. So I will dump this back in container 1, and that'll be our storage bin. Alright, now let's move on to bag 2. Well, container 2. So, let's see what we got here. I've been building it for about 25 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So bag 2 is actually going to finish this up. I don't know why I just didn't keep it all in one bag. Would have been fine. And I've been looking at getting a new video camera, but tech is starting to get pretty pricey. Oh, you need to start a GoFundMe. Well, I don't need a GoFundMe. I just need to look for a deal. This camera here is the one I've been using for the last probably 12 years. And it's holding up pretty good. It hasn't given me problems except for memory cards and hard drives failing, but other than that though, not too bad. And we're going to have to put a sticker on a tile. First a slope, now a tile. I got plenty of these 1x4 white tiles. Alright. Horsepower. Yeah, that's what it says right there. The right side of my thumb. So, we got 2 of those to put on there, so we know we're going to have to put something on there. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry for being a little quiet tonight. Just one of those nights where I need to unwind and not think. You know, I'm hoping I'll sleep really good for the weekend, because I really do need to sleep. And these top ones right here, those are yellow. They may look orange on that, but the yellow. I'm taking this goes back here. Yep, that's where it goes. It just kind of wraps around the hitch. And a little bit of a hole there, but we can fix that. And it's got the studs, so oh, it doesn't have the studs, so hopefully that stays anchored. Yeah, I was thinking about that place, Fern Canyon, we were talking about a couple episodes ago, and kind of thought, well, got some time off, I'd like to go visit that again and kind of go back up in there and explore. And you know, the old song and dance I get, oh, I'm not interested in that, stay closer to home. I'm like, okay, you can stay closer to home. Oh, you don't want to leave people out, that's not fair. And I said, alright, and nobody's going. That's exactly what we're doing. Sitting at home and doing Lego stuff this year. Honestly, this is not a bad little Jeep. It's just, so far the color is just kind of not my idea for colors. It's a nice little off-road Jeep though. This one has doors. The one I built didn't have doors. I've been getting this YouTuber or fan viewer spamming me about when am I going to bring out another pickup truck, and I'm just like, dude, once is enough. You keep asking me, I'm going to forget more. They show this door open, I'm leaving it closed, and I kid you not. So I just wish they made these one stud longer, like right about there. They don't. I don't know why. Because you can't stick one of those seats in there, so I've been kind of thinking, how would you do that? Make a minifigure fit in there. Alright, these are going to be hard to line up. Take this tile, because you're going to have a 2x4 laying around in here. And just mush those together. And need a couple of 1x6s. And a 1x4. Okay. And let's piece this back together. So far this is not too bad of a vehicle, but this door would look better if it was a bit longer. Sorry creators, I get a little OCD on certain things. And of course, something has to drop on the floor. And I literally got Lego sets and parts and stuff falling around me in here. Yeah, so this is a really nice build. Now, I would like to do one day, it's too hot to do it, is to build this stuff outside, outdoors. And the reason being is, in here you hear the computer fan going, not really too pleasant. No background noise, can't play music in here. Of course, if I open up the window, it wouldn't make much of a difference. So, I just have to think of how I'd like to do this. I'd like to build me a little outdoor studio. Basically just a table where I can film outside. And it's very uncontrolled, so you don't know. Somebody might be in their backyard cussing up a storm. It usually happens out here. So, be pretty good entertainment, good commentary. Be nice if that lined up with that. Yeah, I have a friend. He has a hard time building cars for his city. And I'm like, dude, look at the Lego stuff. This is good inspiration. Because you could snag a few of these ideas out of these books and say, hey, I can do something. I could make this work and make my own creations. I'm like, you should, you know. Say like, for example, this. Oh, I like this SUV. It's the right style. It's what I want. Change the color and some other things. Introductory to mock building. Trying to think if I want to do 3 or 4 bags in this installment. You know, to see, you know, how far can I go? How much can I tolerate? Yeah, I can see this being a forestry Jeep or something. Or an SUV or a Blazer. It almost looks like styles that I've used for building my stuff. Lego, are we copying me? Is that what you're doing? Oh, I forgot there's supposed to be a plate here at the bottom. I just noticed that. Like, am I missing something? That's exactly what I did. Oh yeah, and it's okay if you mess up on a Lego build. The stuff ain't glued together, you don't have to worry. And I am missing one of these. So either it fell on the floor or it's in another bin. So I was doing bins 1, 2, and 4. Because I was doing the thumbnail. Oh, no, it was hiding in the tires. We gotta start checking those tires. Those tires can be pretty mean hiding your parts. Don't you roll off. I think we're almost done with it. I mean, the tires are the last thing, right? So we're getting close. And 2 flat tiles. Wish they made these 8 studs wide. Okay, that is not going in. basically what it is. Just doesn't look lined up, but that's how they show it. And just goes on the front. If you're having a hard time, just tip it in like this. Just kind of swing it in there. This piece here should have been on last, so I can really mush it in. There you go. Alright, so now we got to build the top or the hood. And yay! We got to put a sticker on that guy. So they want us to put windshield wipers and then the sticker. Let's put the sticker on first. And you know, how do you get this on there straight? I don't really know. I got a question asked, would I ever share my Lego if I had kids? Yeah, I would, why not? And apparently there's some AFOLs who their kids are not allowed to touch their Lego. And I'm like, you know, this is just for fun. I wouldn't care. You know, my son or daughter wanted to do Lego with me. That'd be really fun. It'd be cool. Pretty epic. And then for the windshield wipers, just turn them a little bit and then push them down. So now they're tucked behind there. They show them sticking straight up, but hey, come on, man. It's not how we drive around. Well, we're getting close. What is that at the end? I won't be able to show you that. That I know is not released. I don't think it is. And that is one of the rules. If you're not sure, don't release it. Don't show it. Don't do anything. So if I'm not sure, I won't show it. You know what, Lego, it'd be nice if you made some plates that fit with this. You make a 4x6, why don't you just do one of these and make it fit in there? You can almost put some clips on there and make that into a luggage rack. And this goes on the top. So it's obviously removable. Honestly, this has got some weight to it. So I bet this is pretty good. Like I said, you could come in here and change these to black. Maybe if you can get some pearl silver, just put some red in here. Or if you want to, try to make it camo. Make a good off-road Jeep just for fun. Just keep it the way it is. Just change the colors. Well, obviously we can't do anything with a wheel. What about two wheels? Could it stay up if I do that? We put them alternate from one another. Yeah, there we go. Wouldn't be too stable, but you could do that. Okay. Obviously you can go with 3 wheels. And of course the last wheel. We got a bunch of little pieces too, which is always cool. So let's align. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice little vehicle, and yes, that could be dropped into a Lego City. You just have to drop it in there and you're done. And that's what remains for bag 2. Let's slide on to bag 3. And yes, it's nicer to have these labeled finally. Alright, so now we are going to be doing the trailer portion. This seems pretty interesting. So Let's see, so we have 6 more bags left. I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to creep on with bag 3. We'll see how well it goes. Not really a whole lot left to do because it's just one item. So let's get going here. And I do agree with one of my viewers that the Friends sets seem like they're getting better than the City sets. And I honestly thought this theme would have been died off a while ago. Now, some of us are probably wrong. Okay. So, building the frame for this trailer is almost similar to building one of my motorhomes. I mean, I'll show you. Looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? Except they're using the chassis, I just use the wheel axles. You know what, let's put it that way. Oh, and I've been getting requests. I got another one today. You know, fans are always contacting me when they're interested in a tutorial. Is there any way they can buy parts from me directly? And the answer is no. The reason being is it would get expensive. I would have to charge for my time to essentially buy the parts. Buy new parts, or if it's a part that's out of production, I have to buy a gently used part. Oh, this is not supposed to go on yet. And it's just better off to say, leave that to the fans, the viewers, the builders, and say you're going to need to find that yourself. Not to sound like a douchebag or anything, but you could probably find what you're looking for, and you can change the colors your way. So it's actually cheaper on the viewer and the builder, and say, hey, it's just better off that you find all the parts. And I think I've done that twice on Patreon. I would have a patron contact me about how do they find these specific parts. And I'm like, well, here, since you're on my Patreon, I'll actually point you in the right direction here. And they've been patrons for about over a year. You know, all you got to do is ask and say, hey, Jay, I'm stuck. You know, then I'll come a running. If I'm not at work, then I would help you. I'll help you. Okay, now we can slide this back on. And, you know, guys and gals, don't get rid of your Technic. I know there's some out there who don't like it too much. Yeah, I don't blame you. Just don't get rid of it. It's very valuable because you get to build vehicle chassis and stuff with it. If you're into making even modulars, you can do that. And usually they give us extra ones. Nothing like a late night build before you go to bed. Alright, this goes back here. Oh, I thought got those there. Oh, I see. So there's 6 holes here. Okay, it's right in the middle. It's like skip 6 holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. So actually, I don't know if I can get it in there. It is exactly even. Okay. Sometimes those friction pins can be pretty mean and not want to go in. Yeah, this is almost like building one of my campers. Same chassis that could be used for a, what, a Class C maybe? Or a small Class A? I guess it depends. Or just use it as is as a horse trailer, or make a horse trailer conversion. Okay. Yep. This is all I'm doing this summer. For some, this is a vacation, and I've heard even from fans that, you know, the cost of fuel and everything's gone up, and some are having what we call staycations. What a staycation is, for those who don't know, is you stay at home and you vacate. Staycations. And now they got everything going on with that Omicron stuff and what is it, monkeypox? Wanting to keep everybody home, and I'm like, once I get my chance, I'm out of here. Well, it won't be until fall anyways. Matter of fact, I won't be since I'm swamped with work and all these plans are falling through. The next time I won't have off is probably in November. You know, so it's a while. That's a long ways away. November is just a long ways away. Matter of fact, we had a very cool May. Last couple years we've had cool Mays out here. I think summers are just going later and later in the year. Okay. I'm trying my best not to yawn, but I'm failing. Oh wait, that's supposed to hang over like that. This is 10 studs wide, by the way, so it's not 8 studs like mine. And if it's 10 studs, obviously you can pack in more detail into the build. Okay. And yes, you're going to need 1x5 plates in here. So, if you unbag it right and it mix anything up, that's what it is. These plates should end here, which they do. Alrighty. Let's see. I just need to get these done quickly so I can start building my own stuff. So I was thinking I could do bags 1, 2, and 3 now, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the next installment. Usually, and this just goes for any type of camper, if you've ever built, even my campers, building the chassis takes the longest before you get to add all the bells and the whistles and the fun stuff. This takes the longest. You got to make sure you have a good, sturdy frame to build on. You know, that's just how it is. I've seen some guys make motorhomes and fifth wheels, and you could tell that they're just barely hanging together, and I'm like, yeah, it looks good, it's just not playable. Where something like this is playable, you know. But there's more and more people building the 10 stud wide RVs. Because there's you actually get more options, like you can have double slide outs, and there's just more room for play. So I understand why they do that. Jay, I like your build. I just made it 10 studs wide. Okay, cool. Made it your way. That's the name of the game. Okay. I think we may drift on to bag 4. And the reason being is, as you can see, it's all big stuff now. And here we're going to start with a 1x3 first, and we're going to wrap around. Just because I can, and two, it's just better. And this has got a lot of color. So if you're looking for a very colorful build, so far this fits the bill. It's not dull or boring. The beginning was a bit shaky with all the small stuff, but as you can tell now, we're doing big stuff. I did get a question asked a couple of times. When I do my tutorials, are they all from a building guide like this? No. My building guide, when you see on YouTube, that's not the building guide. That's from memory. It's from memory. It's fresh in my memory. That's when I start building it. Some guys, they script them like hardcore. I don't. They're just all from memory at that point. So we're just going to add a skirt at the bottom. A bit of a gap down there. Matter of fact, I don't know why they just didn't use the solid plates and throw them in there. But then again, I design my own building guides, and I don't do it because I try to save part lots so you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of pieces. Oh, that brings up something. Somebody had commented on one of my videos on my main. It says, your tutorials are just too easy and boring. You know, and I thought, I haven't responded back to him yet because it is constructive criticism. I'm like, do you really want me to go there? Because I'll use some very rare, obscure parts, and like, let's say something like this is not even in production yet. I can, once it's released, I could do that, and I could release something, you know, like something like one of my campers may cost $100 to build. It could be close to over $1,000 just in parts, because I'd be using rare, exotic pieces, you know, stuff that you really can't find, and you know. That's not fair to the average builder. I'm like, don't ruin it for people. You know, that's how it is. I mean, if it's too slow for you or too boring, there's plenty of other YouTubers out there who mass-produce tutorials. You know, and the stuff that comes out of my mind, that's what this is my own stuff, my own imagination. You know, it amazes how some people get mad over that. Now we got a bunch of extra pieces. Did I miss some stuff here, or did I not? Let me go back here. Oh, indeed I did. Alright, let's go back here. See, I'm not even paying attention here. But some are just like that too. It's like, don't be ungrateful, because it could end. Oh, okay, it's like, what's going on there? And the 1x4 bricks with 4 studs go in the back like that. I mean, yes, it's okay if you mess up like I do. We all do. And I believe that is it, but we have this. Okay, that goes here. I swear this is almost like one of my builds. I did get comments from this one YouTuber years ago, maybe about a year or two ago. What would you do if you had an infinite amount of Lego? I wouldn't stop building. So that's what you get there, is the yellow Technic pins. Oh, I see where these go. You can tell I'm really forgetting things. So they go in here. Okay. And that's it. And I've been building for an hour. So bag 5, or bag 4 actually finishes up this chassis. You know what? Let's just go ahead. We'll split it into 2 segments. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and resume with this. And sometimes you can't use those little butter containers. I had to use something bigger for this. This is mostly just full of bigger pieces. As you can see, that's pretty much what it is. Okay. We'll get this all situated here and we're ready to go. I know I still have not found that Formica yet for this. Okay, so these notches, I want to put them right here because that's how the book shows it. And let's get started with a 6x10 plate. So just going to start boxing this stuff in here. Best thing is to hold it in your hands and just do this and inspect it and make sure it's all locked. The studs are locked in the tubes. And you also got to have that yellow plate too. So we got a trap door in here, huh? This is where the horse has to poop. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to put that in there yet. Well, you know what, I can just shove that in there. It's like this. Sometimes I just read ahead too fast and for my own good. And this has got a lot of 1x5 plates in dark blue. So, great vehicle color. And we used a bunch of 1x5s, and then we're putting 1x1s here. Why don't you just make a set of 1x6s? I mean, I'm not complaining, but now I gotta fiddle around with the parts trying to find it. Okay. So I'm going to take this and cake it. I believe that this is supposed to simulate hay. And drop it down in the holder. And yes, that's how it looks. I thought, something going on there? No, and then, I don't know, obviously, unless that's some kind of a storage area, I guess you grab this and you pull it up. So there's a lot of space in there. Maybe that's for the hairbrushes and stuff. And, oh, I forgot this piece right here. And then we got to build the front parts with the hitch. Now the question, you know, I need to try that SUV. When we're done, we're going to try it with the campers and see what happens. Be like, see if it actually will pull one. It should, obviously. It should be the right height. I try to keep my when I was doing the campers, I always try to figure out what would be the best height for the hitch. And one of the things that I've done is I kept it with Legos height, which is like 2 bricks from the surface. And the reason why I did that is so that they could be interchanged with other vehicles. It's like you can use my camper with one of Lego's vehicles and you can pull it around and vice versa and stuff like that. And I don't see a pin in here. Grab it out of here then. It may show up later on. I don't want to spend all recording doing that. But that's where the height of that came from. It didn't come from me, it came from Lego. I just kind of adapted it to work with my own creations. I've been seeing a lot of these Technic plate brick things lately. I know, and the reason why it's taken forever too is I'm showing you some interesting parts and such like that. Oh, this didn't get a sticker? Wow, that's unusual. I was expecting that 2x6 lime green to be caked with some, well, let's keep it family friendly, some abnormal design. Like some really ugly floral design or something. Thank God it didn't. Because that would be ripped right off. Okay. And we have a sub-step. Flip it over. Shove this in here. And these are new to me. Like a 5x5 plate with bow. Stick the tile on there and do this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm glad now I looked. Doesn't give it a lot of support. Surprised they don't make a 4x4 plate with bow. Would have been nice. That's how it goes in. That's basically a skirt. That's just for decoration. Yep, always the small stuff. And my video I uploaded is done. Cool. Just about done with this and then that. Just gotta find the tile now. Oh, there it is. Even shook you around as well. Alright. Okay, so that's done. And the piece that we just made here, it looks almost like what you'd use for a boat. Goes in here. There's a lot of things I like to share with you guys and gals right now, Lego related, but I can't. I just can't do it. Sorry. I just want to talk about something that's Lego related and really just can't do it. Don't worry, you'll see it on here soon enough, and you'll see some of it on the main channel. Alright. So this goes over here. My apologies for the wiggly wiggly. My knee keeps bumping into the tripod. And this one here. This goes right here. So far, my synopsis is it's a very nice, enjoyable build. Small pieces are kind of balanced out with the regular stuff, so it's not too bad. So everything's pretty relaxed, and this is a relaxing build. It's not really family friendly in terms of can this be split apart above, among siblings to build. So that's the only downside. Okay. Yep, still piecing this part of the trailer together. It's like, oh, this is going to go quick. No, it's not going quick. We really don't want it to go quick. We have all summer long to get it done, but I still have to review it. I think a leveling jack goes here. And it shows that it's finished, and it goes on there almost like a boat. You know what? These would still make great boat pieces. You could use these for a houseboat if you wanted to. It just snaps right in there. So this is modular, you know. There we go. Just like a boat. That's what it looks like. Alright, so now we have to find some 1x6 plates. Found one. Oh, that's all we need is one. And yep. Okay. And after that, lots of little pieces. Actually, it's not really a lot of little pieces. More and more, it's just kind of, it's kind of like got the average amount. And this goes right here. Hold on. For here. Oh, wait a minute. This, there's supposed to be a 1x8 going here. So I was like, these two are even, but it wasn't even on mine. Now I know why. Oh yeah, I won't censor out all the mistakes too in these, because that's the whole point about the live reviews. You know, am I paying attention, or is it bad manual writing? Well, that was my fault there. Oh, that's really not sturdy. This plate is just, I thought this would hang over. No, it's not. So, you know, you can press this on the edges, but this could sag in. You got to be very careful with that unless there's something on the top of that. But I don't like the way that is. Okay. That doesn't go there. That goes there. Especially with it's a 1x10. Very flimsy. And I thought there were 1x4s. Now you got to put a set of 1x2s in here. Oh, wait a minute. We're not supposed to put one there. Alright, I need a brick separator. So now you can tell I'm getting tired. So I'm starting to make mistakes. That's on me though. It's not the set's fault. Alright. Stack 5 of these. Now, there's always a thing, do you use wall elements or do you use bricks? It depends. They want me to make a 1x6x5 brick assembly thing. And, well, I gotta find the last brick here. And the problem with that is, that's where they wanted that. Wouldn't they just use a wall element there for extra space, just to give yourself a little bit more space inside the trailer? And I don't have it in here. So it must have got mixed in with another bag. Okay, I had to grab one from my own collection. I wasn't going to dump everything out, so there we go. In fact, that's newer than what Lego sent me. Or just because I had my fingerprints all over it. So, let's proceed. Of course, some of these times these bricks fall on the floor. Alrighty. I believe that this is going to be hinged open too. Oh, here it is. Buried behind all that big stuff. Well, we don't need that. So nothing's missing. If it was missing though, at least I'd have the part for it. Alright, so we got to put some stuff in here. Okay. So yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this now. So I think what I'll do is do 1 through 4 in this installment, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 in the second installment. Quick review, then we're done. And then I'll do the main review. And then we'll do one of those mission sets. And then after that will be... Oh, we're putting a sticker on that. Oh, on a regular brick. Wow, I can make my own stoves without even using stickers, but this is what we're using. Wow. Yeah, I'll keep the belly aching down to a minimum. Most of 6 for this. And then this frying pan thing fixing here. So this is obviously the cooking area. I thought this was maybe like a sleeping quarters. I've seen some where they take the campers and convert them into, you know, like... Oh, it's the power car. It's like something crawling on me. Some people in real life, they'll take like horse trailers and convert them into regular campers. Those are always cool to see their ideas. I swear it seems like these ideas were ripped off of one of my builds. And how I know that is because, except for the oven, chassis frame is pretty much the same. And I hate to think Lego's doing that. And the sink, usually I use a double sink, but for something like this is what I usually use for bathrooms. So it's hard to say if, you know, somebody's being a little dishonest with me. There we go. Alright, so I believe, oh, this is actually a cupboard. Must be the little refrigerator. And then we stick the 2 mugs in there. Close the door and set it above this. Oh, and I forgot to put the tile on the top. Really need some sleep. Okay. No, I can't find the 1x2 plate. No, I'll start moving things around. I gotta put it on top of that. Oh, there it is. Alright. So, get that there. Yep, I really do need to sleep. I'm good for about an hour, and after that I get kind of restless. Well, we're going to have to get more restless. Another sticker. I have a feeling we're going to be going through about half of this before we're done. And I don't know what... some fake mirror thing right there, or that's just a towel hanging on something. Okay, I see. It's a mirror with a towel. That could be used for campers. That's if I can get it in straight. Air bubble means the value of it's gone down. I have to give it a lower rating. Sorry, Lego. I would have just pieced that together. I understand why they're doing it though, to You know what, Lego? Why don't you bring out a 1x4x6 wall element, or just use one of those door frames with the white insert would have been better. If this is supposed to be a shower, like a shower stall. Or better yet, make a 1x5 brick to fit in there. I mean, using 5s are okay. You make a 1x10, which just cut it in half, and there you go. And again. Yeah, this thing's pretty sturdy so far. We're building a little toilet. And this is something a little different. If I can find the plates, so they use this. Stick it on the edge like that. And a seat cover. Never thought about using those for toilets like that. Matter of fact, that does look like something you would see in your RV a bit more. Except I probably would have just squared that off, but they don't make those type of plates. Of course, it's in the back, you wouldn't know. It's not a bad idea. See, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of inspiration in these that you could use for your own builds. And I think this is a wet bath. Well, I already got a full bin of these, but I got to put a tile on that. I'm not too happy. Alright. It's not the calendar. Yeah, this is the toiletries. Of course, this doesn't really matter. It's just getting it right in the center is, like getting it where it's not going to hang over and stuff. I mean, most of the stuff I'm going to rip off when I'm done, but tack it in there first to make sure it's right. So, alright, so now we're making the doors for the trailer. So, if these are mirrored, which is what they are, let's build both of them in mirror form, and then we can blast through this real quick. Now there's stickers that go on these. I don't use that color, so I would most likely keep those on. Alright. I'll smush those down. Okay. So you just build one, and you just build the other one that's a mirror. So they're facing one another. Just find a way to which way you want them to face. Now, they're asking me to put stickers on these, which would be easier to do. Let's just do it right now, and this is using number 17. So this one here is the one that I'm looking at right now. And then making sure that's right. Got it on there straight. And then we'll just stick this on here. And it's obviously the mirror of this. Now, you can't really break this stuff, so it's like putting stickers on this stuff. This is understandable. These are wall elements. This is to give it a little bit more clearance. So yeah, I understand why that there's stickers on this. There we go. Let's build our composite. And hope I got those on there right. Alright. Okay. Now we got to build a set of hinges. Sticker sheet's starting to get annoying. Keeps getting in the way. Alright, so we're getting there. Jay, you're going way too fast. You're building in multiples. Yep. Building in mirrors. And then another set of hinges go on the top. And if you are not comfortable with doing this method, you do not have to do what I'm doing. Alright. So, these indeed are just mirrors. They're actually also the same. So, they go on like... That doesn't make sense. Why would those go on there like that? Let me look here, because now I'm kind of confused. Almost like I'm missing something down there. Or maybe it's supposed to sit like this. That's how it's supposed to sit. So that means that the other one sits like that. Alrighty. I'm going to stick a couple studs down here. It's not even strengthened up, and that's the first thing we're going to do. Whoops. It's kind of humid right now. Everything's kind of sticking to one another. And the dehumidifier has been running like crazy. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Made a boo-boo here. It's supposed to be two of these, and then this. So, just pop that out of there. It's dark blue. It's almost like black to me, so... And then we'll take these, and we'll lock them together. There we go. And it's just 3 of these on top of one another. Yep, if you're not comfortable, do not do this. That did not want to come apart. Okay. Okay, I've got a couple lights we got to put in here. Those are probably the nighttime lights. Alright. So bag 4 basically just does the front compartment. And then we flat tile the curved parts. We're going to break this slow here. So, piece of cardboard, don't need that in here. And put these here. We still got pieces left, so obviously this is going to be reinforced somehow. There we go. And these go on the front. So this one goes over here, and it just goes in like this. Oh, at least it's nice and seamless on the side. Let's try the other one. There. Now, let's skip all that now. So I just saved some time here. Okay, and then this gets built up, and then we set it right on the back there where the hinges are at to keep everything locked in. And I believe that there's a tile that goes in here because it's the only thing left. It's pretty good. And we have this left over. So, what are we missing here? Let's see. Could have came from another bag too, but I don't know. I mean, everything looks good. I'm just going to check my work. And while I'm doing this, this build has been pretty pleasant. I'm satisfied with the set so far. And except for the stickers, though, it's not a bad build. It is what it is. So it looks like to me that that plate could have rolled in from another bin when I was doing the thumbnails. So yeah, I don't see where that would go at all. Let's do a final inspection here. So basically it's this whole bag here just does the front end. Just want to make sure. Don't you love uncensored videos, unscripted? So, except for this piece here, the 1x3, this is what's left. So I'm assuming like this stuff here probably came from another bag. Okay, so I'm going to put that in my spare parts bin. Let's take a look here. So, we did pretty well. And honestly, though, I think a young builder would have a lot of fun with this. You got a little kitchen and a bathroom. It's almost like a wet shower. No shower head, but we're not done with it yet. And so far, I am pleased with this build. Let's try getting a vehicle real quick and let's test it. Alright, many of you probably remember the little basic blue pickup truck. Well, let's see here. Well, we don't have wheels on it, obviously, so it's obviously going to drag. So, that's it. Let me go get the camper. Now let's try this out with the SUV. Okay. Well, there's a little difference in height. Let's see where it's up a little higher. So that's level. That's not. But I've seen that happen in real life, so it's still pullable. So it is what it is. So this is somewhat compatible with my stuff. Obviously you wouldn't want that little pickup truck to pull that thing. But yeah, so far I'm happy with this. Let's take a look and see what we have here, what we've done so far. And I'll get it set up for the thumbnail real quick and start setting things up here. And the sticker sheet we don't need right now. Take that out of here. The reason why I do thumbnails is, you know, to keep everything more clean. And to kind of it's like to kind of show a preview of what I built. So like you'll see something like that, similar to that for a thumbnail. And I just start setting the stuff on the table. I don't have to show everything, but sometimes it's just worth it to say, hey, this is the build progress part 1. Alright, put these ladies and gents over here. There we go. We'll put the puppy dog like right here. When I take a picture of this, I don't want it to be distracting or anything. And the carrots and stuff. Do we really care about the carrots? This stuff's kind of loose. I'm not going to worry about it. Just stuff that I built. And this will just go in the spare parts bin so I don't lose them. Okay. And that's how I usually do it. And of course I just move the power cord out of the way, which I'll have to get a stick or something for that. So that's it for part 1 of the Horse Fashion trailer. And so far it's a very relaxing, peaceful build. No repetitious stuff. Small parts are on the minimum, and the stickers, well, they're stickers. It's like having a fly at a barbecue. Anyways, well, we'll see you in the next episode.